Hi, I'm Adam Story. I'm a doctor of occupational therapy and a doctor of physical therapy. I'm an assistant professor at ATSU. I am a physical therapist and occupational therapist by trade. I started as a director of rehab in several different teams, and I kept coming across alumni from ATSU. Every time I would interview or I would work with somebody that was from ATSU, I kept thinking, man, I really want to be a part of that someday. And so I'm trying to do them justice by being at the school, teaching now. The nuances between OT and PT are really a line of perspective. You can have somebody, let's say that you have a patient that falls and fractures their elbow, for example. A physical therapist is the movement specialist, so they really come in and they would try to get more movement in that elbow. In the ideal world, physical therapy tag teams with occupational therapy, and occupational therapy comes in and they link the brain up to the movement. And so occupational therapy then comes in and they're more of that functional therapist. So it's not function in mind, they are working within function to regain the ability and independence for that patient. When we look at choosing between physical therapy and occupational therapy, understanding what both professions offer is really important. I think that really tags into that interprofessional collaboration and understanding more about how the other professions work, because not only does the occupational therapist need to know how a PA or an athletic trainer or a speech therapist, how they work within their profession, but they also need to be able to teach the other professions what they do as clinicians, so that when they're referring to the occupational therapist, they know how to send their patient to them and what they're sending them for. So knowing where the line is for a physical therapy professional as an occupational therapist really allows the occupational therapist to go into the gray areas to be able to help their patients out. The best type of reward that we can get is really when a patient or the family member comes back and gives us a big hug and says, thank you for helping me really get back to my life. And occupational therapy is kind of unique in that aspect as a profession because we work with function. We're kind of a functional therapist that allows to get people back to functioning.